Weddings and baby shower definitely show you who your real friends are. Hey guys, it's your girl Cyn. Welcome back to my channel. Now I know I have not been on here for a little bit, but I really wanted to jump on here really quickly. I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about my wedding experience. As you guys know, I am planning a wedding and I really want to give you guys a little bit of an update because I've been really quiet about my experience, but I feel like it's time for me to open up just a little bit. Getting engaged was like the most happiest moment of my life, but it also revealed something I was not expecting. Everyone claps for you. I've lost friendships that I thought that I would never lose. It has been a really eye-awakening experience for me. I also feel like I want to touch base a little bit on monitoring spirits in this video because I do talk about it a little bit on my Instagram and my TikTok, but I really want to go into detail about it here on this platform. Now, as you guys know, or some of you don't know, I got engaged last September. It has been a unique experience for me. I felt like there would be a huge support system. I feel like there would be a huge push for me to kind of move forward in this positive space in my life, but I have experienced some negativity going into this process of my life. Weddings and baby showers reveal who your true support system is, but it also shows you a little bit of like underlying envy, a little bit of jealousy, competitive energy from others. I thought these friendships were unshakable, and I feel like in this experience of me in my engagement, I have been experiencing a lot of monitoring spirits. People silently watching, not really supporting this new milestone in my life. Not only did this come from friends, but this also came from family members as well. I do feel like in this whole process of being engaged, people have been a little weird. I do also feel like I was the underdog. Maybe this is just me, like, you know, feeling some type of way, but I didn't really think that some people would be happy for me. I am the eldest child, but I'm also the eldest child who doesn't have any children. I am also the eldest child that I feel like are breaking generational patterns and curses, and I feel like I took a completely different path as far as how I really wanted to go about this milestone. I wanted to do a very traditional route. I wanted to make sure that I was married. I wanted to have children. I just feel like, you know, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage. That is something that I wanted to really move forward with, and like that's something that I aspire to do. I feel like throughout my life I was very disciplined and I didn't really want to accept less than. I felt like I was a late bloomer as far as like finding my worth. I did talk a little bit about that experience here on my channel if you want to go back and watch my other videos, but I did feel like I was a little bit of a late bloomer when it came to my self-worth. There's things that I went through in my past where, you know, I'm not proud of, but I feel like I had to go through those particular incidents so that I can kind of learn how I don't want my life to be, or learn from those examples that this is something that I don't want in my life. Whether that's breakups, whether that's finding my self-esteem, finding my self-worth. I feel like I really had to really go through ups and downs, ebbs and flows when it comes to that, and I feel like I have learned so much going into this new experience in my life. Prior to meeting my fiance, I was completely alone. I was alone for a very long time, and when I mean a very long time, it was years. I also decided that I was going to be celibate, and the reason why I chose voluntarily and involuntarily to be celibate was because I did go through an experience with having 17 fibroids around my uterus. So that was a very painful experience. I do talk about that on my channel as well. But I took that time to kind of really heal my body and to also prepare my body for childbirth, because I do want children. And I feel like in order for me to have a successful, healthy birth, I did need to take care of my body. So I had to get my myomectomy, I had to remove the 17 fibroids, and I really had to heal my body before making some sort of a conscious decision about what I wanted to do for my life. Now, prior to meeting my fiance, I was very comfortable being by myself. I was very comfortable with being single. I was very comfortable with being alone. Maybe too comfortable. And this is gonna sound really bad. I was very content with being by myself. I told myself I'm probably gonna be that cat lady that has 12 cats and is gonna be alone in this big old house, and I was never going to have anybody, or was never gonna find anybody. I had like really given up on love, and I really told myself that, you know, it's okay. This is a crossroad that we're at. This is it. I'm gonna be fine. This is probably how my life is going to be. I made my preparations. I told myself I was gonna like maybe find a donor and have one kid. I was just like preparing myself to live a very single life and to be on my own. Now, my fiance came out of the thin air, completely thin air. He came into my life, but I feel like he wouldn't have came into my life if I did not do the work, and that's healing my body, healing my mind, and healing my soul. I feel like a lot of women want to jump into relationships because of their social media pressures, but I also feel like women jump into relationships or connections because they're lonely. I, for one, didn't think I was lonely. I feel like I was just more content with being alone. But I feel like a lot of women, they go into these situations prematurely, and I feel like the reason why they go into these situations prematurely is because they are lonely. And I feel like I never wanted to be that girl. I just really wanted to kind of just take care of me. That was my main focus. And I feel like because I worked so much on myself, that was why I was able to attract my divine counterpart. So that's a little bit of a history of my mindset. So going into this new milestone in my life, which is being engaged, I personally feel my engagement was a complete surprise to everyone. I'm very private when it comes to my love life, and I feel like me announcing, or me kind of like telling the world that I'm engaged, was a complete shock, especially to those who are not really close to me. It was a complete shock, and I feel that it took a lot of people by surprise. There's people in my life that didn't even congratulate me on my engagement. Not that I need it, but you'll be surprised. Like, a lot of people did not congratulate me on my engagement. And I just feel like my engagement was very private. It was just me and my fiance. I didn't have my family there. I didn't have my friends there. I purposely wanted it that way because I really wanted it to be like a very sacred moment for me. I just didn't want a lot of people there. I just really wanted us to be, it just be us. And I just wanted us to be really happy, and for us to like kind of embrace and to kind of really celebrate our love. And I just felt like I didn't want any outside noise, and I felt like that was the best decision for me. Going into my engagement, it did shock me about a lot of people's responses, but a lot of how people acted towards me. I did lose a friend, a really close friend of mine, someone that I've known for over 30 years. And I feel like in this particular space in my engagement, I just want to be around people that are wholeheartedly happy for me. And I want to be around people that are supportive of my union. I'm very protective of my union. I'm very protective of him because I put myself out there, right? I am a spiritual advisor. I help people spiritually, and I help them to heal. I help them to realize or to pick up things that within themselves that they do need to heal, or they do need to learn, right? And I feel like I really wanted to protect him because I'm very cautious of evil eyes and monitoring spirits. After I posted my engagement, people that I have not heard from, people that I have not seen, people that have not really been in my life came out of the woodworks, and it was to congratulate me, which, yes, thank you, but I have not seen or spoken to these people in years. Even when I posted it on Instagram, people that I have not talked to, or people that I didn't even know, were congratulating me. And again, these are people that are monitoring spirits. They just watch, don't like, they don't comment. They're forever in my stories, or they're ever in my DMs, but they're not really interactive. And these are people that I forgot about. Honestly, I forgot about these people because I haven't heard from them in so long. And it's not because, and mind you, I don't care about Instagram, I don't care about the likes, I don't care about the comments, but it's just it's interesting to see people who kind of monitor you and watch you, and I feel like it's a little bit of under surveillance a little bit, but you don't hear from them. They don't say anything to you. They just kind of really just at a distance watch. And I feel like that's the premise of social media, but at the same time it's just what the heck? I have more eyes on me than I thought. More eyes on me than I thought. It's just really creepy, kind of scary to kind of really see. It's kind of weird for me. But I did lose a friend, and this is someone that was going to be a part of my wedding, and it's painful. It's really painful, but I feel like God had to remove certain people out of my life so that my marriage can flourish, so that my connections with others can flourish, and so that I can have a sustainable relationship or sustainable union with my fiance. I also realized that there was underlying jealousy from others around me as well. It was very thick, it was very palpable. I felt a lot of people were very nice to my face and very sweet to my face and very pleasant, but I just felt spiritually that there was an underlying envious, competitive spirit. And I never said those words out loud because I'm the type of person where when you say things out loud, you're speaking them into your life, you're speaking them out of affirmation. So I never really said anything, I never really discussed it with other friends, but you can feel it. It's a very heavy energy. Me being maybe kind of passive, I was just kind of yeah, whatever. No, this is someone that loves me. This is someone that is my friend. This is someone who cares about me. This is someone that wants to see me happy. But I also feel like someone can also be happy for you, but also secretly envy you or are jealous of you because they also want that particular moment in their life, because everyone around them is also going through the same thing. So it's kind of like being a part of a group of girls who are all engaged and you're not engaged. It's kind of just dang, I feel it, I'm so close to it, it's all around me, the energy is around me, but why isn't it not happening to me? So I felt like there was an energy in my life that I feel like I had to let go, because I just feel that they were secretly envious of me, and I feel like I never felt those types of feelings for this person. I simply love this person unconditionally. I feel like I poured into this person, but I feel like them pouring into me was more so emotive. Them pouring into me came off as fake. I have to do this because you're my friend, or you're my best friend, or I have to put on this persona that I am so happy for you and I love you and I'm so happy all the things that are happening for you, but I secretly wish that I was in that position. So I felt like I had to kind of let go of people that I felt like were not happy for me, and I also felt like I needed to be a little bit more hush when it comes to my engagement. As painful as it is to lose someone close to me, especially this person was supposed to be my maid of honor. This is how close we were. I feel like everything that I've lost was a blessing in disguise. I feel like I will always love this person. I will always, care for them and love them unconditionally. But I just feel like in this current milestone or this current space in my life, I just truly want people that are going to be happy for me. I don't want people who think that I'm secretly competing with them, or I'm jealous with them, or I feel any type of way about them to be a part of my big day. I've never felt those feelings for anyone. I feel like it could be projection. It could be projection, because I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I feel like it's projection, but I feel like that is all of their stuff and none of my stuff. I just feel like I'm in a happy space. Like I have no complaints as far as how my life is going now. I feel like I'm seated and grounded in my life right now, and I feel like anything that I do lose, seriously, honestly, is a blessing in disguise. I know a lot of you guys can relate to losing people, especially baby showers, weddings, funerals. I know you guys can relate. Like, this is when you kind of realize who are in your corner, who are very supportive of you. And it also reveals a lot about people that you thought that you would spend the rest of your life with as friends, as a deep-rooted connection, as a bond. It just helps you see people in a completely different light. And I just feel like, again, anything that I do lose is a blessing in disguise. I feel like I'm absolutely blessed and protected. And I feel like anything that leaves my life was not of service to me or them. So I feel like losing friends and ending connections and ending relationships is a big step that we all go through in our lives. I also feel like it also reveals a lot about yourself as well. And it helped me realize that I personally want to live in transparency. If I feel like someone can't be incredibly transparent with me, if I feel like someone is being deceiving, they're lying, they're not being 100% with me, they're embellishing, their life, I just feel like I don't want any parts. I don't want to deal with that. I just really want people in my life that I feel like I can wholeheartedly trust. And unfortunately, I feel like I couldn't wholeheartedly trust this person. Like, I feel like I couldn't have this person around my family. I couldn't have this person around my man. I couldn't have this person around people that I love, because I just feel like their actions were very, very unpredictable. And I don't want to be around people that I feel like I don't really fully know. I don't want to be around people where I feel like they're not being very transparent with me. I don't want to be with someone who's telling me one story, but they're telling all of their other friends complete different stories. So I just feel like I just had to let go, and I had to realize that in order for me to protect my fiance, who I love, and to protect my family, who I love them, I feel like I had to just walk away from that friendship. And as hard as it is for me to not have this person a part of my wedding, like, it hurts me, it pains me. I've cried enough about it, and I'm not gonna cry about it now. I've cried about it. I've grieved the friendship. I just feel like I am I'm making the best decision I can possibly make, and I don't ever want to feel like I have any regrets. My fiance is like, will you, 10 years, 5 years down the line, will you regret that this person is not in your life, or they didn't come to your wedding, they didn't come to your firstborn, your baby shower? Are you gonna regret that this person isn't gonna be for any of those milestones? And I had to really sit and think about those things. I had to really sit and with my thoughts and to reflect whether or not it would hurt me or it would pain me that this person is not around for all of these upcoming milestones that are coming into my life. And I had to sit with that. Definitely had to sit with that. But I feel like ultimately, everything that I've lost, everything that I've ever lost, whether that's friends, whether that's opportunities, whether that's chances that I've had come my way, I feel like everything that I've lost was a blessing in disguise, and I want to look at this particular situation as a blessing in disguise. Honestly, I felt like future Cyn, future me, future Cyn came to me in a dream. Future Cyn came to present Cyn and said, Cyn, this is Cyn from the future. Something's gonna happen down the line. You need to let go of people that are smiling in your face, but they're not really happy for you. They are envious of you, that feel a type of way because there's a light in you that people see and people are just drawn to you. You don't have to try too hard for people to be drawn to you. You have a light within you that people are naturally drawn to. Some people don't have that light. Some people have to work extra, double time, overtime for people to be drawn to them. They are yearning love, they're chasing love. They are constantly in that rat race when it comes to love. And I feel like for me, it shows up in my life effortlessly. And I feel like people are not secretly envious or jealous of what you have, but they are jealous of your light. And I feel like in this particular instance, with that friendship, I feel like that person was jealous of my light. They were envious of my light. They wanted to diminish it. And I feel like, again, everything that happened in that friendship was a blessing in disguise. Like people are like, you shouldn't do that, Cyn. Like you should be happy, you're glowing, you should be screaming it from the mountaintops that you're happy and that you're in a happy relationship. Like I feel like people say that and they feel like I should be doing that. But again, I'm very private, and I feel like in order for me to protect what is very important to me, which is my fiance, I just need to be private. I need to hold it in. I need to keep what's sacred to me. It's like treasure. You have to keep your treasure sacred. You have to hold it really close to your chest. So I feel like that's really what I was doing, and I'm still doing in my relationship. This is why I don't really post about me. I don't flaunt my love on social media. That's never been me. I just really want to protect my happiness. I really want to protect this person that brings me so much joy. So I feel like I just need to protect what's mine. Now, I really want to give you guys a little bit of an update on my wedding. So I did find my dress. I found my dress. It's so beautiful. I went to like 3 different stores. I know you're like, Cyn, you only went to 3, you should have went to more. No, I just needed to see this dress and it was it. I went to 3 places to find my dress. And the first location, I wasn't really feeling it. There's one dress I really love, but I was just like, this is not the dress. The second spot that I went to, I was just like, oh, they're really beautiful, but you know, not really what I'm looking for. The third location, as soon as I put on the dress, I put on the veil. I literally stepped out of the dressing room. I was just like, I feel like a queen in this dress. It's absolutely breathtaking, this dress, and I cannot wait to wear it on my wedding day. I'm not having any first looks with my fiance, but I'm having first looks with my father. I want that to be a very special moment between me and my father, so I will be having my first looks with my father. And my fiance will just have to wait to see me down the aisle. But I love this dress. I love it so much. I feel like in this moment in my life right now, I've just been really, really calm. Just planning my wedding and just being really, really calm. I've asked all my bridesmaids, I'm like, keep it a buck. Like, keep it a buck with me. Have I been a bridezilla? And they're like, no, you're like the most chillest bride I've ever had to deal with. I've been in a couple of weddings and you've been like the most chillest bride. Like, Cyn, like you're so chill. Like you're not, you're not like acting erratic. You're not acting like a bitch. Like you're just like really, really calm. And I'm just like, good, because I don't ever want to come off as a bridezilla. I just want to come off as just like, I just want you guys to support me. Like I would support you. I want you guys to be there with me. Like I'm excited. Just give me one day. just one day, just give me one day. And I love my bridesmaids. I feel like they've been just amazing cheerleaders. I feel like they have also like I feel like the unconditional love from them. I really do. Like, I love all my bridesmaids. They have been friends with me for a while, and I keep my circle very close and small because I don't like to have a lot of friends. You know, friend to all is friend to none. So I don't, if you tell me that you have so many best friends or you have so many friends, just like, I'm looking at you sideways, because like you can't possibly be friends to all of these people. Like, you cannot pour into all of these people. That's ridiculous. So I'm very like, I got a handful of girls that I'm cool with. I got a handful of girls that I rock with, and I love these girls. And to all my bridesmaids, if y'all watching this, you know I love y'all, and you know, thank you for supporting me. I know I tell y'all this all the time, but like, thank you for being there, and I love you, and all of you. Like, I have a special place for all of you in my heart, and a spiritual connection with all of you, and I love all of you, and I cannot wait for us to turn up at my wedding. So I hope that any of you guys out there that are watching this can relate to this video. Hopefully I, you know, spoke to your heart a little bit. I also want to hear a little bit about your experiences. It doesn't have to necessarily be a wedding that you're planning. Well, if you are, congratulations, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a wedding. Maybe it's just like your birthday came up and your friends felt some type of way. Maybe, you know, you lost someone and your friend made it all about them, or they felt some type of way. I do want to hear your stories down below. Feel free to put them down below. Again, make sure to subscribe and like this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.